Two Russian Tupolev Tu-95 aircraft, known as Bear bombers, were intercepted close to British airspace Wednesday. The flights have become more frequent since conflict erupted in Ukraine, says Elizabeth Quintana of the Royal United Services Institute.
Both sides probing each other's defences, testing how quickly they react, seeing if there are any weaknesses, and also signalling to each other, signalling discontent.
Normally, the Russian aircraft skirt the far north of Britain. This time, the flight path was different, says Quintana.
They were right down on the south coast in the channel between the UK and France, and also they were flying without their transponders on. There was particular concern because that would mean that they would have crossed very heavy transatlantic traffic.
Quintana believes Moscow could have directed its bombers towards Britain in response to a public inquiry in London into the murder of former Russian spy Alexander Litvinenko. Litvinenko fled to Britain in 2000 after becoming a prominent critic of the Kremlin. He died in 2006 after ingesting radioactive polonium. On his deathbed, he accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of ordering his assassination. British investigators accuse two Russian agents of poisoning Litvinenko's drink at a restaurant in London. The accused and Russian authorities deny involvement. The Litvinenko family's lawyer, Ben Emerson, began giving evidence at the inquiry earlier this week.
It is, and was also, as you've said, sir, an act of nuclear terrorism on the streets of a major city, which put the lives of numerous other members of the public at risk.
He later made this accusation against Russian President Vladimir Putin.
The startling truth which is going to be revealed in public by the evidence in this inquiry is that a significant part of Russian organised crime around the world is organised directly from the offices of the Kremlin. Vladimir Putin's Russia is a mafia state.
The British government originally rejected holding an inquiry, partly on the grounds that it could damage relations with Russia, but reversed the decision last year. Alexander Litvinenko's widow, Marina, says Russia's recent actions prove her case.
The very difficult relations with the West and economic sanctions show that we were right in our case. What is happening in Ukraine shows that it is possible Russia could order this killing.
The inquiry will take evidence for 8 weeks, and observers expect more damaging accusations to emerge against the Russian government. Henry Ridgwell, for VOA News, London.